Hello, my Nyctophiliacs. I'm Filia Noctis, the daughter of darkness. Tonight I have a story of obsession by Server FireWatch 2016. So sit back, close your eyes, and enjoy the comforts of the dark. Distraction by Server FireWatch 2016. Early on, my work is dull. I work security for a hotel at night. A nice one, but not something overtly fancy. It's good pay. Good enough to have some left over to do whatever I want with, to give to whoever I want to have it. I work graveyard shift. Occasionally, I would get up and walk around the building, make sure nothing was amiss. Otherwise, I was on my phone or laptop. There was no camera within the security booth. The booth was empty in any case. We didn't store anything except what we brought. It led to my habit of visiting some virtual partners. Cam girls. Online escorts. Whatever you want to call them. They were a good distraction from the boredom. I remember the first time I saw her. She was gorgeous. Nubia. I won't describe her heavenly figure to the likes of you. She's too good for that. I loved her the moment I set eyes on her. How could I not? Numbers? Words? They can't describe her. It started with me asking for a favor, which was, of course, backed up with some of that extra money I had. We chatted a little past the time I was allotted with my goddess. My heart leapt when that happened. She obviously favored me enough to give me extra time with herself. She made me feel more. I quickly became a regular of Nubia. I became hers, and I just know she became mine. I spent hours just looking at her. Of course, it frustrated me when I couldn't look at her when her privacy that I hadn't bought went to others. But love makes us all jealous, doesn't it? She must have felt the same way when I was offline. Day 1. Work has been even more dull. Apparently, we're losing business for some reason. All I know is it's forced me to take on other duties. It's only me and 2 other guys now. Those lazy idiots won't show up because of sickness. Yeah, right. There may be a bug going around. It's flu season. So what? All I know is they're costing me time with my Nubia. I have to watch her on my phone instead of my laptop because more and more things that I have to do. I guess I'm hiding it pretty well, though. I haven't been caught by my manager yet. Come to think of it, I haven't seen him in a while. Day 16. Work has been quieter now. Even with 3 guys, I can stay in the security office with my sweet, sweet Nubia. The most exciting thing to happen was a van with hazmat-suited people got out and went to a room. Maybe there was a murder. I don't really care. My Nubia needs me. She loved me. She said she loved me. I knew she did. Of course, there were still interruptions that I hated them for it. Like when the new guy, one of the 3 security left, came in loudly while I was enjoying Nubia's sensual beauty. Dude, someone just bit me. You gotta help. Why the fuck aren't you doing your walkarounds? What the fuck are you doing in here, you lazy, slimy piece of shit? I yelled, asserting my dominance over this intruder to Nubia's privacy. I paid for her, and only I would be able to see her in all of her nude glory. I smiled triumphantly and turned back to Nubia, expecting to see her smiling face. Instead, the chat was disconnected. Day 29. It took a few days to get back to Nubia. I explained everything to her, why I was yelling, and I understood why she was so worried about the other man looking at her. I told her not to fear, that my idiot, slimy coworker wasn't even around. He'd called out sick too, the miserable bastard. Which, of course, meant more work for me. Or, at least more work I was given. I stayed in the office now. I knew for a fact that only 5 guests were still at the hotel. There was talk of a shutdown. That scared me. I needed money for my Nubia. I was paying her extra to make up for my little fault with the peeping Tom co-worker. But I loved her, and I had to keep her happy. We deserved each other. We are better together. Nothing could change that. Day 41. Things have gone down the drain. Everything. I woke up 3 days ago. No Nubia. I haven't heard from her since. She must have another man. Yes. She betrayed me. She was my world, and she betrayed me. Then, today, I lost my job. I was told it was part of a general layoff, but they can't fool me. It was Nubia. She lied about me. She must have gotten me fired. Oh, I was going to get her back. I went home incensed. I pulled up my laptop and briefly glimpsed at the news articles that was flashing across my highlights on the news section. Something about San Francisco shutting down due to a virus? Serves those liberals right. Now I have to destroy Nubia. Day 54. The screams woke me up. I shook my head. I was dazed, confused. I'd finally taken my medication again. The doctor said I had a condition, something that kept me fixated on any given object or any emotion. It's finally come by my pharmacy. They said I was lucky. Why were there no other pharmacies open? That was 3 days ago. My mind has been elsewhere. Things have been off. What was happening to me? I stumbled out of bed. Another scream, much more pained than the last, I guess, rang from a few floors down. A soft moaning, I think, was in my ear. I massaged my head, shook it from side to side. I checked my laptop. For once, I forgot her name. My head was dogged still, but I was waking up. I tried to turn on a light, but the bulb was out, or the power. I looked at my laptop. Sure enough, it was almost dead, and no Wi-Fi. Great. I started to panic. What was happening? I scrambled to my phone. It was charged, thank God, but no signal. But wait, there was old news notifications. I'd been careless in not reading the news, so much so that the headlines kept building up in my notifications. Trembling, I scrolled through them. It had started 54 days ago, when the government finally released official statements on a slow, 100% fatal, and horrifyingly zombie-like virus. The cases had built up drastically in numbers, stay-at-home orders becoming death sentences in areas overrun by hordes of what could only be described as the Walking Dead. The final notification was from a few hours ago, an announcement that evacuations were ending and quarantines of any still in major cities and towns would be enforced with military units. My hands trembled so badly, I was in shock, but not so much to miss the slow shuffling, the drawn-out moan from just outside my door. The screaming was now getting louder. Yelling, a gunshot. Tears slid down my face. I lived on the 10th floor of an apartment complex. My time was up. I looked out my window. A slow sunrise complemented a burning horizon. As if to confirm it wasn't a dream, an explosion shattered the window, leaving me with cuts and a concussion. The sound of jets overhead was too loud to be a dream. I cried for myself. Selfish, perhaps. But I was out of distractions, and it was too bad that the explosion had just ripped the hinges off my front door. Nubia. That was her name. Nubia. I heard their feet. I can't get up. Maybe I could think of her long legs while mine were being chewed off. Maybe it would be over quickly. Oh, God help me. God help me. Distract me. Please. Oh my God. Thank you for joining me, my Nyctophiliacs. I'll see you soon. And remember to embrace the darkness. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the notifications. And if you're feeling especially kind, share this video on social media. I would like to thank my Patreon supporters, PA Nightmare, Breaker19, and Creepy Clown Girl, and all of the others who have helped me get to where I am with my production abilities. Thank you.